What's going on, guys? Midwest Tokusatsu here with the recap for Power Morphicon 2024. Now, I just got back in about a day ago at this point, and I'm just now finding time to sit down and film this video because, let me tell you, jet lag really gets you. Like, that is no joke. But I'm just going to go into all of the highs of the weekend because, like, it's just been an absolutely exceptional weekend. And I mean, I even had, like, one awkward moment that ends on a good note, though. I promise you that. Even on the way there, I saw a couple of attendees. I even sat next to one guy on the plane who was dressed in a Shadow Ranger Deca Master sweatshirt. And I forgot where he got it from, but I did ask him, though. But we, talked about what we expected to see at the convention and just some of our favorite shows. And I even watched a little bit of Decade on my tablet on the way there as well. And then getting to the hotel, I was roomed up with Easy Rider and one of his friends from Canada, Maddie. But before Maddie even got there, we had already gotten our badges and whatnot. But after the fact, we just went around for a little while, just getting some like last-minute cosplay stuff. And that's when Easy helped me out with my infamous Decade sign now. I'm pretty sure you all have seen this at this point, but we'll get into that in just a little bit, though. Now, day one of the convention, I was dressed as SPD Green, as I'm sure you all have seen at this point, and I even brought my busted SP license with me because I tried to fix this thing on multiple occasions, but in change mode, you see, it doesn't work at all. Like, it's just stuck in that phone mode. But that kind of gave me an idea, because Michelle Langstone, Kat from SPD, she was a guest there. And, going to her table, I asked her if she could, film a video for me where I asked if she can fix my busted morpher. So, yeah, kind of use that to my advantage. Kat, my morpher's busted. Can you help me out? I mean, the sound didn't come out so well, but it is what it is. But thank you to Michelle Langstone. You were an absolute G for that. And thank you to Easy Rider for getting that for me. But story doesn't end there. So that same day, I also heard that the Tokollectibles booth was also selling Memorial Edition SP licenses, which I thought were sold out months ago. But later in the day, I tried to get one, but the guy right in front of me bought the last one for that day. But they said I could come back early the next day and grab one then. So after that, I went to one panel. It was one hosted by Kaiju no Kami. It was Super Sentai and Spider-Man, kind of talking about the correlation between, the early days of Super Sentai and the Toei Spider-Man series. And then just to end off the day, the only things I ended up buying were just these big Sofubi figures for Blade and Sasword. I got this one mostly for cosplay references since, I'm trying to have my Sasword costume done in time for Halloween this year. So, next day comes around, that's when I dress up in the now famous Narutaki cosplay complete with the Onode sign. And one of the first things I did was go to Tokollectibles, and lo and behold, they had more in stock. So, yes, sir, I'm going to try and review this as soon as I can, but I'll just say it's definitely worth the $120 that you pay for. Now, with the Narutaki cosplay, of course, I'm going to run into a lot of Decade cosplayers, and let me tell you, shenanigans ensued. Oh boy. It's like I either took pictures where, I'm hitting someone with the sign, or like they're choking me out, or I'm choking them out. Like, there were just a lot of scenarios to go from. And there was even one point back at Tokollectibles where there was another Decade cosplayer, and Go On Red's actor was there as well. And, he acknowledged my Narutaki cosplay as well. And I needed a picture with the Decade cosplayer, and the closest person to me was Go On Red, so I tried to, gesture to see if he could, get the picture of me and the cosplayer, but I just kind of got a blank stare, and his handler just said he just wants to walk around right now, and that kind of killed my mood. But like I said, this does end on a good note, so stay tuned. But after that, I did end up buying another item from Tokollectibles, and it was the Legend Rider Series Kivat belt, which I've always wanted some version of Kiva's belt. Like, I've tried for years to get the deluxe version, but I just kind of procrastinated on it. But I think you know, trying to collect all the Heisei Rider belts, this will do just fine for me. But as the day goes on, I am taking pictures with, you know, more Decade cosplayers, and I even heard that there was going to be another Narusaki there, but apparently his coat had ripped in the parking lot, so he couldn't do it that day. So I was just the only Narutaki there, I guess. So at this point, I'm just trying to kill time before my photo op with Masahiro Inoue because I had paid for it days in advance, and when I got there, it started a little late because they were somewhat behind schedule, but I didn't care. I was just on a mission that day. And when I got in there, at first he didn't really have a reaction when I walked up to him, but I gave him the sign, we got the picture, and right after that, he looks back at the sign and does a little chuckle, so I think he got some amusement out of that, contrary to what his face looks like in the picture. And even when I first got the picture in hand, I looked at it and I was like, huh, he does not look too amused. Wait a second, he doesn't look too amused. That's hilarious. And that's when I put it on X, formerly known as Twitter, of course, and it just blows up from there. Like, I am just loving some of your reactions to it. Even Calvin, Kamen Rider Meta, or is it, yeah, Meta, I believe it is, put this new, I guess, meme template up there where she kind of like whites out the sign, and it just allows for anyone to put anything and everything on there. So, yes, thank you for that. Now, later in the day, I also get a picture with Kevin Duhaney, Ethan from Dino Thunder, of course, and also Caitlin Murphy from Operation Overdrive, and she even throws in an autographed signed print, and she had one with herself and also this one with the rest of the cast, and I chose the rest of the cast just in case I want to get the rest of them in the future. And also, is this an official Jetix print here? Like, if so, like, that is really nostalgic. Love that. And just to cap off Saturday, there was also a Tokusatsu photo shoot fan meetup also hosted by Calvin, Kamen Rider Meta, and that was a lot of fun as well. Just loved seeing the different costumes out there. Even surprised to see a Boom Boom Red because, you know, that's a pretty recent show, so you know how fast that person probably had to work to get that done. And shout out to my boy Easy Rider for his Sonoe cosplay. You absolutely rock that, man. So Sunday rolls around, and before the convention starts, I helped Easy Rider film some parts for his Ryuki review, which, by the way, can't wait to see. And when we do get in there, so I went over to the Toku Spirits table to where Yasuhisa Furuhara's handler was, just to, you know, kind of clear up any confusion from, you know, the day before. And I also get a picture with Yasuhisa, and surprisingly, like, I get a hug from the guy, and he even asks for my name, so, you know, it was just a relief to see that there were no hard feelings there, you know? So one of the panels that I went to that day was the Pink Ranger panel, which was hosted by Mint Bari, and it just had Vicky Davis, Psycho Pink, and Angie Diaz, Mystic Force Pink. And really, I was just kind of there to charge my phone because it was really dying at that point. But, you know, it was a nice little chill panel. I mean, I even got one question in myself. Just asked, you know, I asked Angie if she had ever been approached for any crossovers after her season, which I don't think she has been, so there's that. And then we finally get to the Heisei Tokusatsu Actors panel. So they had Yoto Ozawa, Gokai Red, Yui Koik, I think that's how you pronounce it, Gokai Pink, Masahiro Inoue, Decade, and Yasuhisa Furuhara, Go on Red. So the moderators are just asking previously submitted fan questions, and when it gets to Masahiro, of course, he brings up how American fans always say to him, Onode Dikedo, and that's when Easy directs me to hold up my sign because he was with me, and you can see what happens from here. So yes, this sign is now an immortalized fandom artifact. I am guarding this thing with my life now. So after that, things kind of start winding down for the weekend, and I make my final purchases from the dealer's room. So I went back over to Tokulectables, and I got the Legend Rider Alter Ring from Agito. And I went over to Anime Jungle again as well, and I got what I believe is one of the Telebikun magazines. Like, I got one of these years ago, and I've been trying to find more issues since then, but to no avail. And it was like $1, but I don't really carry cash on me, so, and they had like a $10 spending limit, so Easy Rider was nice enough to throw in the buck, and here it is. So after everything was over, me, Easy, and Matt went back to our hotel room, and we ended up trying Jollibee for the first time. Great, by the way. And we did our final vlog for the weekend as well, which you can see over on Easy's Toku Time channel. So that's really the gist of my 2024 Morphicon experience. There were some things I forgot to mention, like the Showa-era Tokusatsu actors panel that happened on Saturday, which I filmed, so I'll put that here on the channel for you all to see, along with the Heisei actors panel the next day as well. But let me just end by saying I enjoyed meeting every single one of you this weekend. Cosplayers, fellow online friends, just thank you to everyone that showed love for my Narutaki cosplay, and even more love for my sign here. And thank you to Masahiro Inoue for sharing that epic moment with me. Thank you to Easy Rider for getting that moment, as well as other parts of the weekend as well. But yeah, if you were at Morphicon as well, just let me know about your experience down in the comments section. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to like my Facebook page at Mills Tokusatsu. We are also on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And this is Mills Tokusatsu, signing out.